Welcome to this week's episode of the 12squared podcast by Base Notes. Today's guest is Lukas Merville. Lukas is a front-end developer and Rust engineer, and he's currently living his life solely dependent on crypto and not on fiat. I talked to him about his exciting story and how he managed to pull that one off. Welcome to this week's episode of the 12 Squared podcast by Base Note. Today's guest is Lukas Merville. Lukas is an expert in NFTs, and I recently talked to him about a lot of things concerning that topic. So I'm very glad that he is here with us today. Lukas, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Before we start off, let give us a quick overview of what you do and how did you get into this crazy world of crypto?
How did I get it? Well, first of all, the first question, what do I do? I do two things, two very specific things. The first thing is I work as a curator in the NFT sector. So what does that mean? So being curator is to do some research and gather information on NFTs or collections, and you give that information to investors, to collectors, and to art gallery owners looking to purchase NFTs. And so this is one thing that I do. And the other thing is I'm the owner and the founder of NFT Studio. It's just a platform that allows people to create 3D objects as NFTs. So it's very useful for gaming studios and people working towards building what we call the metaverse.
It's very interesting. I mean, looking back to before the NFT hype, nobody really talked about it too much. I think you were one of the early early adopters in that field. So how did you get into crypto?
My first contact with crypto was in South Korea. I remember that very clearly. It was I came across something very mysterious to me. I didn't know what to make of it. It's Ethereum,
Right.
In 2015. And so there was this page where you could play around, try to deploy some contracts, and there was the not the ICO, but the how to say, what was it? Anyway, in 2015, all of this was getting started. So that was my first contact, and really, I didn't know anything about it, and I really wish I bought into Ethereum very early.
Yeah.
And so, I played around with it and kind of forgot about it. I seriously got into crypto in Canada. A friend of mine is the owner of a very large Bitcoin ATM network.
Mm-hmm.
And so almost every day I was in his office. We were talking about crypto and different coins and I was learning about the business, not working with him. There's just we hang out and talk about crypto. And this is when I started I started using crypto and kind of realizing the potential of what it could have on my personal life and on a global scale.
When we talk about using crypto, my question would be, how do you use crypto currently? Do you use it as an investment vehicle, or do you use it to, receive payments, pay bills? How do you do that?
Me, it's very interesting question, because I worked in banks. I worked as an investment banker and in retail banking, and I've seen from the inside the dysfunctions,
Right.
how banks can be dysfunctional. For example, you get your paycheck, but you don't have access to your money until the check clears, for example, or you make a payment, but the system doesn't catch it, and you get charged late fees, for example. So when I saw crypto, I was very excited, because it represented an alternative for payments and for invoicing and all of those things that we do with traditional banking usually.
Yeah.
On a personal level, I use it for cross-border payments because I have a family abroad.
Yeah.
So instead of using Western Union through my bank account or Money Mart, I just maybe send Nano and send money for free, right? Or and for payments, if I work with a contractor and a developer, for example, and I want to I don't know, some work that's going to last for a week, and at the end I pay with crypto. I receive payments in crypto as well. So and I pay my bills in crypto. I pay my rent in crypto. So basically, everything I do is in crypto, and my bank accounts are not seeing a lot of traffic right now, I have to admit. Yeah.
That's very interesting. From the German perspective, that sounds like science fiction.
Mm.
If you were you just lucky, like paying your rent in crypto? Were you just lucky to
Mm.
find a landlord who understands or who's like open to it, or what was the deal there?
You know, it's I think that being able to live the crypto life, the crypto life,
Yeah,
it's very sensitive to your location because it's it has to be a combination of the crypto that you have and the services that are available. So me, I've always been quite lucky to land in places where there was a infrastructure ready to make crypto life possible. For example, right now I'm in Poland, and I can use a service called BitExpress. Just send crypto, and they send my crypto to the landlord in cash. So from my side, I just use crypto, but they do the conversions and they route the money there. And so that's why I'm able to fully live in crypto.
yeah. So for
Mm.
that crypto lifestyle,
Mm.
I mean, we obviously do not, give any financial advice here in the show, but like
Mm.
just as a overview, what kind of cryptocurrencies do you use in your crypto lifestyle?
Um, I use Bitcoin.
Hmm.
I use Bitcoin, Ethereum. When I need to send money from exchange to exchange, of course, I use things like Nano or Ripple or anything that has like a super low fees and that's
Yeah.
fast. Um, for shopping as well, because I shop, there's this purse.io.
Hmm.
You can shop on Amazon uh, with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Um, so these are mainly the cryptocurrencies that I use, like the big ones with a lot of liquidity, and
Yeah.
the ones with fast confirmations and low fees.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I mean, is in this show, we try to give freelancers
Mm.
just an outlook of like an overview of what is possible in the kind of this crypto sphere.
Mm.
And from that point of view, I would like to ask you, like, what would be a tip for you? I mean, you as somebody who receives payment in crypto as well,
Mm.
as to somebody who just starts out,
Mm.
in the crypto freelancing space, what are your tips for complete newbies?
My tip would be to be nice online. Be a nice person.
Yeah.
That's very important because online it's something that we've noticed. Everything is becoming more digital. Uh, Everything is changing, including how we are meeting and hiring people. And on freelancing, that nowadays, especially in crypto, we don't walk around with our resume under our arm
Yeah.
and you can get hired on the spot. You go in a Discord channel or you go on Twitter. Hey, we're looking for someone. I can do that. Okay, let's private message. Okay, you're in, and that's it. So my advice for complete newbies would be to be nice online, to play nice, and to how to say to also skills and knowledge is important, right? So you really need to maintain maintain your knowledge base
Yeah.
up to date, your personal knowledge base up to date, and your skills as well, because it's a fast moving world, and there's libraries, frameworks, and languages that coming out all the time, right?
Right.
So these are hard skills and soft skills to be nice and work well with other people. And yeah, that's my advice.
Right. So when we talk about hard skills, we obviously talk about, skills that are, very much dependent on the job at hand. But the soft skills that you're saying is just be nice and kind of be flexible and willing to learn. Is that
Yes.
kind of a good summary of what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I'm a freelancer and I have not used any crypto up until this point, how do I, me standing in front of this mountain of information, how do I digest it properly, and how do I get, dip my toes into it? What's the best starting point to use crypto?
Mm. The best starting point would be to even if you don't have crypto, sorry, you can create wallets. What I recommend, one wallet that I really recommend, that it's really user friendly, and it's a really nice entry point into the world of crypto, is Exodus wallet available for desktop and mobile. Um, it's not a perfect wallet. Like the fees are high, or the you need like the minimum amount to exchange is kind of high, and but it's a really nice entry point, and you have all these you have all the cryptocurrencies, not all of them, like the main ones,
Yeah.
the most liquid ones, the most interesting ones, with a description, what they do, a little history, and so it's really interesting to have on your phone or desktop, or open a Binance account,
Yeah.
because Binance, in addition to have they have really good fees, but also they have a research section, and if you have some questions about a certain cryptocurrency, you can go in the research section and read about it. So I think that's the best way. Even if you don't have cryptocurrency, you just open an account on Binance or Exodus, learn about it, and then one thing also is to get test tokens. You can get Ethereum, not just Ethereum, but so many of these blockchain networks, they issue test tokens. So to send money, receive money on a test network, that's a really good way to start to practice for when you have money and you start doing this on the real network. Yeah.
All right. That's very. I guess it's very. I think when there are people, just starting out, there's so much information. I think this is a really good way to just
Mm.
condense it.
Mm.
You said you started off LaborX, right? Any
Mm.
other platforms which are there, which are like top notch, or is that?
I think that LaborX, they have the best combination of crypto payments, escrow, and really a really good Fiverr.com experience. But
Yep.
when it comes to mixing payments visible on chain, uh, and you can choose to get paid on Binance Smart Chain or Ethereum. Like, I think that LaborX has got it right, and I don't know of any other platform that's that got a formula this right than LaborX.
All right. I think my
Mm.
last question is a little bit more on the philosophical part.
Mm.
For a freelancer, where do you see the benefits of using crypto, and how do you imagine a future where most freelancers or all freelancers use crypto? How would that future
Mm.
look different?
The main, I think it's about control. Um, it's about because I do remember being a freelancer um, before crypto, and I was subjected to the same to the same things. For example, the money gets in your bank account, and I don't know, something happens. You don't have that. You get paid on Friday. The bank is closed on Saturday and Sunday, and you don't have.
Yeah.
Uh, Something happens. For which you need to go to the branch physically. You need to physically go in the branch and walk in there and talk to someone, and you don't have access to your money until Monday. So I think it's about control. When you receive your funds, everything is visible on chain. You can transfer it wherever you want. You can just leave it there. You can convert it. You can stake it. There's so many things that you can do. I think that for freelancers, freelancing is about control, period. Because we want to be able to work in conditions that we like. We want to be able to do work that we like and to get paid. Now we can get paid in the currency that we want, and on the network that we want. So it's for me, it's really about control and flexibility. So it's a really good match, right? Freelancing and crypto. For me, it's just it was just magical when I realized, wow, I can do what I want and get paid how I want. I'm never going back in a real office and getting a real job or something. That's what I thought, right?
Yeah. I mean, it seems like the most logical match in hindsight, right? It's because it just gives so much autonomy to the individual in a way.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is also what got me into this actually. Well, like this fascination of just getting control back to the people, quote unquote, right? It's a magnificent thing. Yeah. All right, that was the last question. I think I could pick your brain for hours and hours, but why don't you tell our listeners and our viewers where they can find you? That could be either for questions or for your services. Where can they reach out to you?
Well, they can go on LiberX and look up for the profile of Lukas Merville, or you can find me on Twitter. The profile is NFT Studio Poland, all together, no spaces, NFT Studio Poland. Or you can go on nftstudio.biz. That's our website, and if you want to have a look at what we do, and that's how your viewers your listeners can find us.
Beautiful. Obviously, we'll put those like that information in the description below. And thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure talking to you.
It was a real pleasure as well.
Thank you so much. And we also thank, obviously, the viewers and listeners for giving us the time. And we will be back next week with another very interesting freelancer. Until then, take care and have a good week.